Right, an absolutely superb performance and result there at Campion tonight, winning 3-1. You must be very happy with that.
Yeah, I've just said to the lads there, very proud of them. Friday night, they've had long weeks at work, and it's tough on a Friday. I think people go, it's just like a Tuesday. It's not. You've worked all week, you're probably ready for that little rest on a Friday and kind of go again Saturday. But we kind of had it on in front of us, so we came here with a positive attitude because the run that we've been on warrants that, and I'm just so proud of. It's a tough place to come, and we had the adversity of conceding an early goal early on, and I think it's the kind of one of the first times where we've just kind of really just kind of gone, leave it alone and we'll get back in the game, and we did. And I thought for half an hour in the first half, I thought it's the best football we've played all day, and I think we kind of really put them under pressure. And I think, to be honest, if it had been critical first half, we probably should have had more. Yeah. But to then come out in the second half and 3-1s, it's never easy, because you know if they get one, they've got a chance of getting one back, and they're a dangerous side on the counter attack. They do it really well. They play a system where they play obviously Sykes down the middle, but they always leave one of the kind of wide men up, and we knew that, but it's easier said than done, especially with the quality they've got out wide. So delighted with them. We've just had kind of the song on in there, and just so good to see the whole squad, their attitude, subs coming on early, throwing themselves in front of the ball and just running for each other and kind of really showing that team spirit.
Yeah, to concede so early, as you mentioned, you might think, oh, here we go, some heads might start to drop, but I mean, the reaction was phenomenal, wasn't it?
It was phenomenal, and it was something that we've talked about, especially when we went through that little run after Christmas, that sometimes you're going to concede, people make mistakes. I was culpable of one today, really. It was 4 or 5 errors for that first one, but we're all involved in it. But then we all battle back together, so it's kind of, you don't need to panic, and we kind of reset, and it was early on in the game to concede, so actually it gives you plenty of time to come back. I just thought the reaction was fantastic, and I thought our front three in the first half really caused them problems. Des was getting over the ball, Oggie's kind of running, and we had spoke about sometimes the front three maybe stay a bit wide, got to vary the game up coming off and kind of getting in, and obviously you've seen all his goal, fantastic, he's come off the wing and he's in front and he's slotted it away, so just a really kind of great away performance.
Yeah, you said you wanted some more from Charlie Owen. That's 2 goals in 2 games now for him. It was a really composed finish, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think we forget that Chaz was a right back or centre half at the start of the season, so he deserves absolutely huge credit. I absolutely love the lad. His attitude throughout the season just keeps improving, and he's becoming a leader. You've seen he's taken the armband there, and that's because he is one of them, and he's still so young. But I said the other day at one, he was a bit disappointed that he hadn't scored 3 or 4, but he's getting in the positions, and the more times he gets in the positions, more times he scores, he becomes more confident, and he becomes more kind of composed in front of goal. So that third man run, because he's quick and he's fit, it's really hard to live with.
Ollie Norman takes plenty of penalties on the pitch, but when there's a penalty, he's always first to grab the ball, and it was emphatically taken, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, we do it. We do all kind of the prep. We go into quite a lot of detail, and Pens is always one of them. It's not just whoever picks the ball up. I know he would pick the ball up anyway, because he's that sort of lad, but he's on him for a reason. And he's just so confident and composed in front of the goalkeeper in those situations, and it just came at such a good time for us. And it was a really good bit of play, to be honest. He's kind of got in behind, and to be honest, I thought it looked a bit soft from where I was standing, but he's given the referee a decision to make, and sometimes you get him, sometimes you don't, and luckily enough we did tonight.
Just how big was that third goal, which came literally, a minute later to go in 3-1 up? Give that little 2-goal buffer.
Yeah, it did, of course. Obviously, at 2-1, you kind of, we want to really, we were just wanting to get into half time, to be honest, at 2-1, but I thought kind of we had them on the ropes a little bit, and that's no disrespect to them, because they're a very good side. It's just I thought we had the momentum, and you could see that every time the ball went forward, we were creating something, and I think Des probably could be a bit more clinical in that situation, but again, it was just really important for us to kind of go into half time with a lead, and then, like I say, it's a really mature performance from a young group of lads. I know you've got Spenner on there, me on there, but realistically it's a very young group, and the way they managed the game I thought was excellent. I think for 10 minutes we went a little bit central a little bit, and that caused them to be able to transition, and obviously they got a bit of joy with that. But even when they got corners and set pieces, everyone's digging in and knowing the jobs, and you have to have those periods of game, so that's what really pleased me.
I mean, the pace shown tonight in behind, especially in that first half of Charlie Owen, Oggie, Ollie Norman, and obviously mixed in with Des as well. They just couldn't live with it, could they?
No, they couldn't. It's a really nice kind of attacking three. You know, Des wants to come in and get the ball to feet, and when he does get the ball to feet, when he plays like that tonight, there's not many that can take him off him because he's a strong boy, but it also allows the midfield then to get set, and then Oggie and Ollie making them runs in behind. It's not easy to defend against, so it's credit to them taking the information on board that we kind of gave them. So like you say, they look deadly tonight.
Yeah, and just saw that third goal quickly. I mean, it was clever from Ollie Norman to take the shot early, but Oggy again, just never stopped all night, and he got rewards for that.
Yeah, exactly. And we kind of, it's another thing we've kind of spoke about, and like, even from, you've got to want to score a goal, you've got to want to stop goals, you've got to want to score goals, and Oggy, just like you say, never stops running, but he put himself in the position, and the finish was really calm, and I think he almost slowed himself down because he knew he was getting there, and it's just a really calm, cool finish. And like I say, it's really kind of intelligent play by Ollie, to be fair, because the lad was kind of catching him. I think it'd have been tight for him to go through one-on-one, so for him to take it, and then Oggy to kind of follow in a really good bit of play again.
And in the second half, obviously the heavens open, pitch started to get a little bit cut up, but we had to really dig in, didn't we, and weather the storm.
Yeah, we did, and credit to Campion, by the way, because I think it's the best pitch we've played on since kind of the start of the year, so it's a really good playing surface. But yeah, like you say, it felt heavy out there. We've got some sore bodies in there, but again, it's, you've got to manage those situations. You've got to think that maybe we aren't going to be able to play as much there, so we kind of brought Noah on, who gave us that little bit of like pace on the outside, and then Miggs came on and he held it up. So again, it's just that kind of knowing of how we manage those types of games when difficult conditions come.
And I believe that was your first 90 minutes in quite a while. How do you feel?
It was, yeah, no, I felt good. I haven't been very well over the last 24 hours, so it was nice to get 90 in. But to be fair, I felt good. It's just, again, about building it up. And obviously, no Moz are available today. Joe Billett's torn his hamstring away from training, so that's, again, it's been thrown at us. But we'll keep working as a unit, as a squad, because we know that with the games coming, the running, we're going to need everyone.
Well done, Ryan.
Cheers, mate.